Yam Brahma Varunanda Rudramaruda Nandadevaistavehi Vedi Sangavadakramopanishadehi Gayantiyam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yashyantam Vidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Read verse number 42 onwards, please. Shamodamastapasaucham Kshantirarjavamevacha Jnanam vijnanamastikyam Brahmakarma svabhavajam Shauryam tejo dhrutirdakshyam Yuddhe chapyalpalayanam Dhanam ishvara bhavasya Kshatra karma svabhavajam Krishi goraksha vanijyam Vaishya karma svabhavajam Paricharyatmakam karma Shudrasyapi svabhavajam. So by now, very clearly, you must have understood as to how these four different divisions are made. These four divisions, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, is not meant for branding, classifying the humanity. What it means is, in every human being, all these four possibilities are there. It is just like the human body. The human body is the same, whether it is black, brown, yellow, white, red, it just doesn't matter what is the color of the skin. Within, the whole mechanism is same. The heart, the kidney, the blood, the arteries, veins, all the organs are same. But outside the pigmentations, there is a variety. Just like you have got white bear, polar bear, black bear, brown bear. But they are only bear, one species. Human being also like that. Physically, if you look at it, there may be different shape, size, color. But within, the mechanism is one and the same. Same thing also for every human being, as in gross sense organs or the inner limbs are one and the same, so also mind. All different types of thoughts, emotions are all similar. There is no black pride, white arrogance, brown misery, or yellow stupidity. The emotions are not affected by the color of the skin. Same thing also. So that is same, just as when the inner organs are same, in different colored and shaped body, the mind also is same for all the human beings, and in every human being, these four possibilities are there. Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra. But the moment we say the word Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra, our mind is so corrupted and so conditioned that immediately you associate with a person. If I say, think of a Brahmana, what happens? Immediately you think of a person with certain linga. Long, long ago there was a poor Brahmin, story goes. Long, long ago there was a poor Brahmin. Now, long, long ago there was a great king, so you think of a king. There is a businessman, you think of another person. Then there was a person who takes comfort in doing the ordinary menial job. The moment you do that, your psyche is totally destroyed because ordinary menial job, therefore I don't want to do it. Just like you, please appreciate, just like somebody asks you, you must respect the superiors. Please appreciate this. As a child, you have been told, you must respect the superior. Therefore, when you grow up, you don't want to show your respect to another person, because then if you show your respect to another person, it means that person is superior, you are inferior. So, who shall greet whom first? Are you getting that point? It's become such a complicated emotion. Respect. Respect everybody. Whether it is a child, young, adult. Respect. Just because a person. Why? Namaste Tibhyam Ishwaraya. In you, there is Ishwara, God in you. Therefore I respect. But when this conditioning has gone in, that superiors must be respected, so when you are young, you feel so arrogant that if I have to say the greetings first, that means other person is superior, I am inferior. Therefore, paying respect to people have completely stopped. Because each person is individualistic society, everybody is arrogant. Same thing, the moment you say Brahmana, a particular linga, certain signs, symbols come to your head. When you say Kshatriya, certain other things. When you say Vaishya, another picture is projected. When you say Sudra, another picture is projected. As though there are four different people. Understand? There are not four different people. People are same with four different moods within. So, you are a Brahmana, you are a Vaishya, you are a Kshatriya, you are a Shudra, depending on what type of action you are doing. To get rid of this misconception from the psyche will take a long time. Only saving grace is, the tradition is so complete, so beautiful, that these divisions cannot last for a long time. Because essentially, everybody is jati, niti, kula, gotra, duragam, free from these so-called divisions of caste, creed, sex, race. There is only one absolute reality. When you see that, then what happens is, you are comfortable with yourself, being who you are. And sometimes you are sattva pradhana, you are shama, we saw that shama, tamas, tapas, saucham. You are totally restful, forgiving, straightforward, knowledge complete. You are a Brahman at that time. Certain times you are showing your strength, your charitable disposition, standing up for justice. You are becoming like a Kshatriya. Certain times you are doing something more for your sustenance. That time you are a Vaishya. Certain times you have to do certain work which is very, very ordinary, menial job, which doesn't need much intellectual deliberation. Very simple activities. Just think of it. That time, you are just an ordinary person. Call it Shudra if you like. So, these four classifications are not there to condemn the humanity into four divisions. Any individual himself, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra. And then, in yourself, who you are is totally different from these considerations of changing thoughts or changing moods. Now, if you do not, in the Vedic society or in this society which upholds this Vedic knowledge, what has happened is, because these four things you have taken it as by birth, then what happened? There is a division between Brahmana and Kshatriya, Kshatriya and Vaishya, Vaishya and Shudra. So this is where comes your so-called branding and divisions. So each group is now trying to protect his own interest. Brahmana Sava, Vaishya Sava, Kshatriya Sava, Shudra Sava. You understand? So what are you doing? Even though it's all one and the same, so now you're Brahmana Hindu, Vaishya Hindu, Kshatriya Hindu, then Shudra Hindu. Do you need outsiders for fighting? Are you getting that? You don't need outsiders to come and create confusion. You four, good enough. Just like it creates a conflict inside you. The Brahman, the Vaishya in you says, my personal interest. If I don't get anything, why should I do? But the Brahman in you shall whisper, it has to be done, therefore do it. No, I am not doing it. Are you getting that point, please? Intra-personal conflict. Inside you there is a conflict. The Kshatriya in you shall say, do it for him, help him. Maybe the Shudra mood shall tell you, how does it matter, let him die. It's okay, who cares? Finished. The four things are you getting that point? Four things are continuously working inside you. Today, what you see is a caricature of a fantastic vision, a beautiful understanding, a great insight. Just like in every religion you shall see in the world, fighting between Protestants and Catholics, Sunnis and Shias, Mahajana, Hinayana, so many. And among the different, like Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra. And among the Brahmanas also, who are Vedic Brahmanas, who are Brahmanas who are doing the Krishi. Brahmanas also different. I know only one Veda, you know two Vedas, other people know three Vedas, four Vedas. I am Samavedi. You are just a Brahma. I am Adharyu. In again different types of roles are given. So among the Brahmins, so-called Brahmanas, conflict. Among the Vaishyas, among the Kshatriyas, among the Shudras, divisions. The man, suppose a person who is cultivating, or the person who is playing the drum, or person is doing the Mali job, the gardener's job, or the person who is washing the clothes. Now each one will not respect the other. You are a drummer, I am not going to give my daughter to you. Oh, you are a person who is washing everybody's clothes. Profession. You see in other countries, what happens? I told you that example in the mall, in the shopping center. Every facility is available. Because society needs services of different types of people. So there is a milk vending machine or booth. A person is sitting there. You don't call him a milkman. Gwala, the milkman, Yadavas. The person who is cutting your hair, you don't call, is a saloon. And the person is, you don't call him a barber. First time ever in my life in South Africa, I went inside one hair salon. Why? Because there is one person who was attending my classes in South Africa, Johannesburg, and they run this hair cutting thing, the salon, big. I couldn't believe it. In that thing, you go as a person, you can come out as another person. Everything they do, they cut your hair, trim you, so good, beautiful machine. They did it. That's why you must have seen my hair, so nice, when I came back. Because they did it so nice. And they can color it also. Lie down there. And while they do that, they do your nail and the tail and all this, whatever. Everything, they will clean it up also. That's this also they will do. And it's so, with all comforts, with warm water and the shampooing, the whole thing, and for 2-3 hours, it's like you are in part. First time I understood why do ladies go crazy for this facial and manicure, pedicure and all this rubbish. But it's not rubbish, because it's so comforting. In fact, if you want to indulge, you should go into that place. Where they do every type of thing for your body. And you can just relax. And you pay through, not your nose, through your nose, ears, everything. Too much of money, of course. For me it was totally free because I was the guest. I invited him. And the person was so nice. He did not take client for 2 hours. I'm so alone. I don't want to be. No, he should not. I should not be seen by anybody. I said, it doesn't matter. But then 2-3 people also came in, so what? And after that, I came. But such a person who takes every care, he has a dignity of labor. You don't call him a barber. He is the greatest barber. Dignity. That person earns more money, more respect than anybody in this world. Why? He has all the best friends in the town. Which everybody comes and talks to private things to hairdresser. Because when he is doing your scalping of massaging your scalp or massaging your scalp, that time, how are you, everything is okay, you tell all your personal things that time. People will be talking. So this fellow becomes the hairdresser, becomes the secret keepers of the society. They will know everybody's secret. I am going to be divorced, or I am going to be married, I have this boyfriend or that girlfriend, I am this, my children are like this. All nonsense the person picks up. We have 3 hours sitting down doing what? Understand? Anyway. So, you don't have that sense of anything, any person can do anything. In that mall you see that. Why? Because society needs different types of things. But the shop owner does not become a shopkeeper, Vaishya. Because the person who is doing something in the, like in India, you see all this is rubbish. Pot maker, in a village you can see that. Fisherman. The person who is selling the fish in the supermarket is a millionaire. You don't call him a fisherman and go. No. Understand? So it is needed. But then what happens when you are condemned to that profession? So in these countries, this type of professional, the person is not condemned to the profession. That's very good. But what happens is, in the absence of this self-awareness, because the tradition doesn't talk about the truth about yourself, who you are, the person is condemned to different other types of identity. According to the color of the skin, the person feels superior. Or because of your riches, he feels superior. Are you getting that? Just like you have got a stupid caste division, in other countries where there is a caste division, where the people are not condemned to the profession, they are condemned to the color of the skin. They are condemned to the riches that they have. They are condemned to the aristocracy, the family that they have. That is why everybody is same, but there is an invisible glass. If you are an aristocrat, you will not come down from your level. The baron will marry barons. The rich will marry the rich, the poor, those things happens, but still in an invisible way. They will not be talking about it, but that will be there. In the same way, believer, non-believer, religious differences, religious and secular, this God and that God, belief and disbelief, divisions are there. You cannot escape these human divisions. But the division that is existing because of this caste, which doesn't have a sanction, it is absolutely gross, because you are dividing, it's just like dividing a person according to the color of the body. You are dividing the people according to the profession. Are you getting that? You see how stupid it is, because those days, please see, into the profession, the list of the professions, the modern professions have not gone in. There is no engineer caste, there is no doctor caste, there is no lawyer caste, there is no professor caste. Are you getting that, please? There is no artist caste. This is not there. But the flower vendor is a caste, Mali. Pot maker is a caste. Ironsmith is a caste. The person who makes oil, grinds the oil is a caste. The person who makes gold, the goldsmith is a caste. Are you getting that? How unfortunate it is. Just like you call the driver. Call the driver. Is the driver a caste? The driver has a name. The driver is not a caste. But what shall he say? Dhobi ko bulao. Call the washerman. The person is called by his profession. If you call somebody by his profession, it is okay, but the moment you condemn him to the profession, unconsciously it goes. Just like, have you seen one person? Other day when I was in New Zealand one time, there is a doctor, very nice person, attends our classes. Then I said, so doctor, how are you? He said, Swamiji, please don't call me doctor. Then I said, okay, Mr. whatever his name was, I called him. Then he said, I smiled. I said, of course it should not be done that way. He said, look, Swamiji, it's very unfortunate. Nobody calls a lawyer, lawyer. Nobody addresses, engineer, come here. But doctor, everybody calls by doctor. It's strange, eh? Doctor, how are you, doctor? Do you say, how are you, engineer? How are you, lawyer? How are you, professor? Do you call it? How are you, washerman? Do you say? Then why doctor? It's true. That person feels uncomfortable, but there are many people who will feel comfortable. Why? Position, So why should you call a priest a priest? He has a name. But by this human behavior, when you are calling people, we are not calling people by their name. We call the cook. A cook has a name. But we don't know, so call a cook. So he's a cook. Call the gardener. Call the guard. It's true. Call the priest. Harmless. This is definitely harmless. But when you take the person to be the priest, so how the cook can, listen carefully, see the confusion, how the cook can get into temple? How can the sweeper go into the temple? He is not a sweeper, he is a person who happens to sweep. He is a person who happens to cook. I am a priest, how can I sweep? What? Are you getting that point, please? You understand the defect. Because the priest feels, he is the God walking the earth. I am a Swami, His Holiness. Huh? How can I go and wash my own cloth? True, very difficult. Are you wearing your own cloth or somebody? Huh? Just think of it. No, it goes into your system, destroys you. Call the boss, call the managing director. The person will not take it. Very rarely you shall come across people who has the right sense about the Tata's group. They are just interested. Every day, everybody, millions of people do that. Unknown heroes of the society. But this Ratan Tata, who is the present managing director of the Tata group, the whole Tata group is a very charitable group. The entire thing is for society. There are no people to be benefited, person, family. Anyway, he is the managing director. When he was a young boy, when he was 25, 30, there is a story. He was inducted into the family business. Then he is going with his senior managers once traveling, and he is just ordinary manager. Senior manager traveling, they are going to Bombay-Pune highway. And they are traveling, sometime, now the car got punctured. Okay? When punctured, now naturally everybody got out of the car, and the senior managers said, "Wow, this is a good time to little, stretch and relax." And they went away. And after a they all smoking a little because open space and that is their habit. Then they started looking, where is this young man? They know where to be seen. Then they started wondering, where did he go? Maybe somewhere has gone. But then they came back and they looked for him because he is the boss, future boss. When they came back, they saw what? He has pulled up his sleeves and helping the driver changing the tire. Helping the driver to change the tire. But the senior managers, will they do that? Why? A manager, a driver, that's his job. Understand? How many people maintain that sanity? There will be millions, those will be doing it. But there are billions who don't do it. Because you are so much lost in the role. I'm the holy man. I'm the manager, I'm the managing director. Superiority. The sense of superiority kills you. That is why people will be waiting, there will be dirt. People will be waiting for the sweeper to clean, but themselves will not clean. You go around your own room, you will see. Your own bathroom will be dirty, but somebody must come and clean it. Oh, I see. This dignity of labor doesn't exist in this type of confused perception about different actions. Because you are condemning the person to the profession. Pick up his shoes. Other day in a school, the headmaster told another teacher, children are here for Ganesh Puja, Saraswati Puja, can you please pick up their shoes because they have put it up here and there? The teacher got so angry. What do you think of it? Am I here to, am I a cobbler? The principal didn't know what to say. In your own house, don't you pick up your children's shoes? You're a teacher, so what? Think of it, think of it. It has gone into the very system. As a result, so, divisions. So, in every religion you shall see, in every society, divisions according to the area where you stay. In Western country there is no caste system as such as that is. No person is condemned to a profession. But if you go, which areas of the town you stay? Upmarket. So when you say which area you stay, if you say lakefront, so you are very happy to say I am in the lakefront. But suppose you are near the ghetto, you will not say where you are staying. Why? That shows your poor economical, financial status. You will not talk about it. Understand? Anyway, friends, it's not Western or Eastern, this religion, that religion. Entire humanity is confused. Why? Because of the ignorance of himself. Only when you are aware of yourself, then you can understand clearly the four divisions that are made is not to condemn a person to that division, but it's a functional division within which nobody can escape. There shall be your mood sometimes when you are a sattva pradhana brahmana. That time you are a brahmana. Don't say brahmana should have this. You are already condemning the person, brahmana. Then you start wondering why he behaves like that. Is a kshatriya, how can he behave like that? Is a vaishya, how can he behave like that? Is shudra, how can he behave like that? Don't say that. If this is how they behave, that is the mood is prevalent. Are you coming under the spell of the mood, or you are being with yourself? When you are with yourself, who you are, that knowledge takes place, then these four divisions becomes a functional division. Now, as even inside, like intra-personal moods or divisions of thoughts, so naturally thereafter interpersonal divisions are there. Understand that word intrapersonal means the divisions within. Interpersonal means the divisions between you, me, everybody. Okay, now what has happened is, you have embodied. Embodied means, according to the thought, you have branded somebody. One person has become a brahmana, which is a mistake. Don't make a person a brahmana. Don't make a person a shudra. Don't make a person a vaishya. Don't make a person a kshatriya. Are you getting that point, please? Just like, how will you say, if you are branded that you are a driver, just take that, you are a driver, you are a cook, even you are a holy man, you will be in trouble. Why? Because the moment you brand yourself to one category, that you are a cook, and everything it does, where is the cook? Oh, he is in the kitchen. Where is the cook? He is in the garden. What is he doing in the garden? Why cook cannot go to pluck the vegetables? What is the cook? He is climbing the tree to... What is the cook doing there? The cook has gone for a walk. What is this? He is gone for a walk. He should be in the kitchen. What? Do you understand? Because he is a cook. He should not go for a walk. He should not dig a hole. He should not pluck the vegetable. He should not travel. Why? Cook. He is a driver. He is a politician. He is a prime minister. He is a holy man. Huh? Holy man, he is also traveling by car. Huh? How can a holy man travel by car? Oh, he is also eating this bread. He is eating masala food. Huh? Just think. Why it has become a huge scandal? Because we have every time, it's like a scandal. Because you say holy man means this is the behavior. Cook means this is the behavior. Politician means this is the behavior. Yes, that's right. There are roles to be played. But a person is not the only that. There are so many different aspects of the individual. When you read a book, what book shall you read? When you watch a movie, what movies you shall watch? When you are traveling, how are you going to travel? It will be varied. Are you getting that? So when you have made it caste division, then Brahmanas must only do, you are a Brahmana. You are not a Brahmana. You are a person. Or else, today as I told you yesterday, in today's society, those who so-called priest, the person has become a Vaishya, gone a Kshatriya, has become a Shudra, job-wise. But none of these three can do the temple worship. If you know the art of worshipping, you are a priest. Priest is one who knows the art of worshipping. Who is the driver? Who knows the driver? But the driver will be proud, I'm a Kshatriya driver, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Brahman driver. He is a driver, but he is very proud of his caste, I am Brahmin. So what does it mean? Even if the owner is the big boss, but because he is a lower caste, the driver will not respect him. Inherently built in. So conflict comes. How can I serve that fellow? Understand? Slowly it is disappearing, because when you are hungry, you don't stand on these type of considerations. Because if you say, I am a high caste, therefore I cannot do it, okay, die. Because there is no job for you. So these divisions, understand again and again, becomes very clear when you are aware of yourself, who you are. Then these are become 4 functional divisions. And nobody can escape these divisions. But the saving grace is, even though the society at this moment is completely confused, full of this type of artificial divisions, the hope is there is an oneness beyond all this. Just like you have got same philosophy, 3 types of interpretation. A Dvaitic interpretation, a Vishishtadvaitic interpretation, and Advaitic interpretation. But all the 3 are one and the same ultimately. If that is there, then there will be no fight between Dvaitins and Vishishtadvaitin, Vishishtadvaitin and Advaitin, Advaitin and Dvaitin. Dualist, non-dualist. Are you getting that point? Qualified non-monism. None of these things, there shall be no fight. Where each one sees the truth for himself. Now extending it, if there is a duality, there are so many religions in the world who believes God is different from us. So that little trick also is here. Some people believe there is a heaven and a hell. Here also is there, heaven and hell. That is why this Vedic vision is such a, they call it like a mother of all religions, because every concept you talk, it is there inside. Every type of divisions you talk, it is all within it. Yet, it is indivisible. Why? Oneness of the Absolute. You recognize yourself. So the solution lies not in trying to pull down the so-called high or low, pull down the high and pick up the low. If you do that, you are meddling with the gross divisions and it will never succeed. Because yesterday maybe so-called Brahman was superior. Today the so-called Shudra is superior. So the Brahman becomes inferior, Shudra becomes superior. Fighting continues or stops? Kshatriya becomes superior, Brahman becomes inferior. Vaishya becomes superior, business class, Vaishyas. So everybody else superior. Who? What is the mistake is the fellow is a businessman. But he comes home back as a Brahmana or a Shudra. In London, in England, there is a lot, everywhere it is happening, in a particular temple, a Gurudwara, temple, anywhere. Because the doctor is a shamar, means a person who is doing some tadi, liquor business, and they pick up tadi from the tree. Or because the father was doing some shoe and other business, the people don't allow them inside the holy, so-called holy places. So he's a doctor. But he's not allowed. He's condemned there. Like in a village you shall see, the person who has been in the area of untouchability, even if he grows up, the superior caste will not accept him. Thinks too much of himself. Your father was massaging my foot. Who was talking? The idiot who has never left his village. You understand how dangerous it is. Please appreciate. That will be the day when these considerations go away. A formal division you can never escape, because you shall be according to your guna. Like when you are a angry person, are you a tapasvi? Meditative person? Hateful, jealous, fighting. Shall I respect you just because you put on an ochre cloth or a white cloth or yellow cloth or red cloth? Nonsense. Because that vision comes to my mind, when I want to prostrate to you, I remember you are hissing like a snake. Nobody will respect you. You have a weakness. You have anger, you have hatred, jealousy, manipulation, you are telling lies. Just because you put on a cloth, nobody is going to believe you. Understand? Same thing, understand? As even putting on an ochre cloth, yellow cloth, red cloth, doesn't cover your weakness. Same thing also. Just because you are putting on the clothes of the casteism, I am a superior caste, but the fact is you are an idiot. Are you getting that? You may take up the clothes of a managing director, prime minister, but you are a bloke, idiot, uneducated, uncultured, angry, greedy, jealous person. Just because you are taking up a religious roles, that doesn't anyway make you different, because you are not aware of yourself. So that's why people fight in the name of religion, fight in the name of culture, fight in the name of business, fight in every name. All because the person is not aware of himself. So see that division inside. It's a universal, inescapable fact of life, where there are divisions of all kinds, moods of all kinds, yet one indivisible, pure awareness. You see yourself who you are, then everything is complete. Okay? Now, when you say, these four gunas are thus there, we see everybody has got it. Now, we shall tell you, if somebody is obsessed by these gunas, one or either of the four, or few of them, what happens? How will he ever understand the reality? At no time you should, please appreciate, if you are obsessed with an identity, I am a Brahmana, I am a Kshatriya, I am a Sudra, I am a Vaishya, how are you going to understand yourself, who you are? Because you have already assumed a strong identity. Are you getting that point, please? This is where the so-called identity kills you. I am a superior, I am a king, aristocrat. I am educated, I am uneducated. That is why even before understanding the truth, if you become a holy man, you are unholy. Even before understanding the truth, now the person has become Mr. Holiness. That is why in the beginning of your studies, you should never expose your understanding to anybody. Because once people start respecting you, it may get into your head. Totally it may get into your head. That is why as a habit, prostrate. The prostration is not for expressing your slavery or dependence. Prostration is a training for yourself. Everything is God. Why can't I fall under the feet of everything? Go to the temple, go to the people, go to superiors, elders, respectable people. Yes, namaskar. Why? I recognize the greatness. Thank you. Somebody gives a glass of water. Thank you. Somebody gives you a lift. Thank you. But instead of recognizing that, what we are doing? Am I right as though? Bring the water. Oh, I went there. Nobody came out of the room. I went there, I was looking everywhere. Nobody came to receive me. Oh, I see. So you went there to be received? I'm standing. People are coming and going. Nobody recognizing. Think it, please. In the initial stages, somebody may say, introduce you to somebody. And that is only one time. Thereafter, you must be your own introduction. I can introduce you to one person. Somebody can introduce me to somebody. The first introduction, a one-time business. After that, you must be your own introduction. If people don't respect you, you don't deserve it. Don't say, I'm following this tradition, following this guru, following this, following that. Therefore, no. Of this cloth, so you want to be respected for your cloth? Think. You must be your own introduction. You are aware of yourself. So there is no superiority complex, no inferiority complex. What is inferiority complex? I cannot do small things. What is superiority complex? I am such a big man, how can I do this? That means inactive. Complex ridden. Please, so look at yourself, please, and be honest. So if you are a person, you have selfish motives, desires, like a Vaishya or a Shudra. Or suppose you have this confidence, a false confidence about yourself. I can do this, I can do that. Or you are also a good man by nature, Svabhava Prabhava Gunai, by Sattvic, very nice. Don't fall in love with your goodness. A person who thinks he is already good, he will not be wise because he will not know himself. The person who thinks he is already bad will not know himself because he is already bad. So both, whatever moods you have, must learn how to deal with it. Read it. Now we can move fast. Read. Swasve karmanya virata sansiddhim lavate narah swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tasrunu yata pravritti bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamabhyarchya siddhim vindati manava swasve karmanya viratah sansiddhim lavate narah swakarma niratah siddhim yatha vindati tasrunu yatah pravritti bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamabhyarchya siddhim vindati manavah. Beautiful. Swe swe karmani abhirata naraha sansiddhim lavate. Beautiful language. Swe swe karmani abhirata. engaging yourself in your own activities, true to your nature. The person siddhim lavate, antakarana suddhim lavate, jnanam lavate. What is important is an absolute honesty about your own moods, your own thoughts. It will come elaborately later on. Shreyan swadharma viguno paradharma swanushtita. We shall see that. But please hear that. You must be absolutely honest with yourself. Swesve karmani avirata. You have got a Brahmana mood, Vaishya mood, Kshatriya mood, Sudra mood, a mood, a disposition, a thought. When certain thought propels you for your personal gain, you are a Vaishya. Only for my sake. Sometimes, rarely, you are a Kshatriya for somebody. Sometimes, still more rarely, very quiet, unconsciously, at rest with yourself. Sometimes, or most of the time, Sudra, because ekasmin, in one body, he says, I am the body only, so nothing else. You float between these, you swing between these four moods. Always you are swinging between one mood to the other mood. Totally unaware of yourself. Now when somebody comes and tells you, you are the absolute, the consciousness, the truth, the Brahman, the person cannot take it. Why? Because either he is alasya, nidra, pramada, Sudra, alasya, lazy, deep sleeping, unenthusiastic, moha, deluded. The mind has no brightness to think. Lazy. Or sometimes, this is most of the time, or sometimes personal consideration. My body, my health, my food, my house, my interest, ultimate. The moment you do that, listen carefully, the moment you do that, you know what happens? You isolate yourself from the universe. When you say, my interest, that means I isolate myself from the whole universe. Is it wrong? Is the laziness wrong? Don't say wrong or right. You are with it. Don't condemn yourself. Listen carefully. Even sometimes you are very charitable. Working for others, living for others. It's a rare moment. And very restful. It's another rare moment. But most of the time you shall be very interested. See the wiliness, the cunningness of the ahankar. For your one sattvic activity or one rajasic disposition, for one moment of your goodness, kindness, help or a smile, you want to remind everybody, was I not happy? Did I not help you? Yeah, but the rest of the time you have been cutting my throat. You do one good action and you want to make that as your trophy, that as your mask. And one day, did I not do this? Yes, but rest of the time what happened? You understand how the people become so, ahankar becomes so cunning. Yes, the fact is, you have given food to the poor one day, and that you made a big show of it. The rest of the time, you didn't do anything. But you want people to remember that day. One day you are kind, so I have to remember it for my lifetime. The rest of the day you can be doing anything, but you remind me about that little good action. Understand? So there can be a pride. You may stuck onto that. Don't be proud because of your goodness, nor condemn yourself for your selfishness or laziness. Then what shall I do? Swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tasunu. Being with your own dispositions, how you shall gain the siddhi, Bhagavan says, "Hey Arjuna, I let you know, don't be pretentious. Be honest. How do I do? What shall I do?" He gives you principle. Ishvara arpana buddhi. Placing every one of your weakness and strength at the altar of the totality. Ishvara is all yours. Why this weakness? God is yours. The strength, I can't take pride, is all yours. Both you give. Understand? Both you give. The trouble is, we keep the credit to ourselves, blame for others. You understand? Or some people, self-persecuting, they'll keep the weakness for themselves and strength to others. Both people are stupid. You give both. How? Yata pravati bhutanam yena sarvamidam tadam swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manam. Underline that verse. That's a beautiful verse. Get it by heart. Wonderful verse. Yata pravritti bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam tam swakarmana abhyarchya manava siddhim vindati. Manava, the human being, the person, but manava means a beautiful idea. Ma-nava. Manava, you know, ma-nava. Never new obsessions, desires, dreams and greed. Ma-nava. New ideas are better, but new desires are crazy. Because you must know, are you getting that? Satisfying a desire, nothing wrong. You satisfy a desire. What is wrong? As long as other people are not harmed. If you take a fruit, you mean to say the whole world is going to starve? There is 10 cups of tea, coffee there, you take up a tea, your glass you take. What is wrong? There is rice, there is vegetable. Pick up whatever you need. Don't say, no, I don't have any desire. Then what happens when you fall sick? Who has to take care? You understand? Sometimes your holiness kills others. Your sense of austerity. You know, I'm starving for a few days. All right, starve. But if your complication comes, also suffer. Like yesterday one gentleman came. Swamiji, my 75th birthday, I don't have money. I am staying here. Can you help? I knew the gentleman 30 years back, I had seen him. That time, he was hanging around from place to place. He had a good job, money, whatever. I just met once or twice with somebody. I said, look, where did you spend your youth? Go back to that place to spend your old age. You don't give your youth to somebody and impose your old age to somebody else. Wherever you earned your money, whatever you did, you little on your money, you gave it to, I gave it to my wife, my children, and now I have retired. Then retired. Don't ask us to take your responsibility. Now, because the person will be trying to work on your stupid guilt. What is that? Holy man means, Swami means, spiritual person means must be very kind. So he has to teach us, give us some upadesh, right? So if you are not kind, how can you be a holy person? So kind to whom? Deserving or undeserving? Why God doesn't listen to your prayers? Why your prayers are not answered? Are you deserving? If you deserve, you get. If you don't deserve, forget it. Forget it. You can't give a guilt. Understand? Your health is for somebody, your disease is for somebody. Your prosperity is for yourself, your poverty is for others. Your happiness is for yourself, your unhappiness must be shared by others. How? Give both. Ishvara. To whom? Yatah pravriti bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam. That from which everything has come, that by which everything is sustained, by which sarvamidam tatam, by which everything is pervaded. Tam Ishwaram. Already you understand all these things. When you say the word Ishvara, God, the totality, it is no more one name with one form, but simultaneously the whole existence. In the totality, Ishvara says, I. It is not one name for one form. The whole universe echoes with it. Just like there are trillions of cells in the body. Each cell says I, different from the other cells. And the human being, the person says I, every cell is helplessly included. As even macro and micro here, same thing also in the universe. Consciousness with the total name and form. You know all that, Ishvara. Okay? So he is all pervasive. It's a consciousness with all names and forms. From the standpoint of the awareness, he alone is existing, like water. From the standpoint of the body, mind, all mind is his. So Saguna Nirguna Brahma. Call it Brahman, call it Ishvara. Call it water, call it ocean. One alone is existing. Waves are millions, but no wave stands separate from the ocean. And every wave is water in and through. No human being stands separate from the macrocosm totality. Yet, every human being is formless, pure awareness. So both from the standpoint of the form and the formless, you are beautiful. So tam Ishwaram abhyarcha. Abhyarcha means what? Samarpya pujayitva aradhya. Having given everything. Why? Everything that I have, previously I thought it is me. Lord, it's all yours. Sattva, rajas, tamas, whatever mood comes. Yours. Can you do that? It's not mine. So why should I fall for it? He says, the moment the thought comes, his, hers, its. Thank God for giving this thought. Every thought is prasad. Every thought is a prasad. Why? It comes from the totality. To take it or not to take it, to act or not to act is your choice. Are you getting that point, please? To act or not to act on the thought is your choice. That is why, how can you go crazy? If you catch at the level of the thought, understand, remember these days, when the karma, how it is done. That verse you remember. Just see that. Because it was such a beautiful verse, I must repeat. What are how the action is done? Adhisthana tatha karta karanam cha pruthak vidam vividha cha pruthak chashta daivam chaiva travanchakam sharirvang manobhi yat karma nara prarabhyate nyayam va viparitam va panchaiti tasya hetava. With your body, whatever action you begin, nyayamba, viparitamba, whether it is justified, unjustified. Any action, sarira, vak, manovi, with the physical body, by speech, but it all begins with thought. You have to be conscious. Before an action takes place, thought. That is why sit down. If you are confused, shall I act on that thought or not? Stop. Don't act. If you can't take a conscious decision, ask somebody. That is why Upanishad statement. Yatha karma vichikisha vritta vichikisha vasyat edatra brahmana sammarshinaha yukta yukta aruksha dharma kamasyu yatha te tatra varteran tatha tatra vartetha. By chance you have a doubt, what to do or shall I not do? Go to somebody. Brahmana sammarshina, people, wise people, brahmajanati brahmana, go to such people. And what type of people they should be? Kind. Dharma kama should not have personal desire. Because if you ask for advice for a person with a personal desire, he will be a crook. He will advise you in such a way where he will gain. That is why to go to right person. As they will do, yatha te tatra vartetha tatra varteran. As they will do, that is how you function. Okay, the trouble is, you are not wise, you are otherwise. But you think you are wise and you act on. Then life is full of misery, remorse, repentance. Know yourself clear. See it clearly. Before you speak, before you act, the thought, you must be very conscious and enjoy being with yourself. Why? Ishvara, that is why Ishvara arpana buddhi or Atma buddhi prasadajam. You see yourself. To see God is to see yourself. To see yourself is to see God. Same consciousness everywhere. Sakarmanatama varchya siddhim vindati. So when you are still not aware of yourself, but then you are knowing that this thought, why is it mine? Oh Lord, it's all yours. Give it. Then what will happen? Siddhim vindati. You will not be affected by your thought. That's the first step. The first step is not to be affected by it, not to have thought. Never it shall be so that you will not have thought. You will always have thought. But not to be affected by the thought. Ask yourself a question. Are you affected? Affected means, are you helplessly dragged, helplessly pulled, helplessly pushed, like an angry man? Angry person means what? Helplessly shouting. A person is jealous. Person is angry, short-tempered. What are they doing? Those moments, what do? Helplessly they shout. That is why you can only, that time don't say anything. That time just stand back. Watch. Why? Let the breeze blow over. When the breeze blows over, this cyclone of jealousy, cyclone of hatred, cyclone of confusion blows over, the person cools down. Then I'm sorry. Thank you. Sorry being once, yes, thank you. Twice also, okay. Thrice, what shall you say? What is there to say? Because it's like every time you kick, sorry. So just we will say, sorry, every kick I should take, huh? Just think of it. But then what to do? If you are a person, you stay in yourself, abide in yourself, you live with it all the time. It doesn't matter. That is where comes your strength within. Ishvara. Why? Ishvara. If the other person is incapable of giving his weakness up, how can I drag that to myself and say that fellow is stupid? God, take care. Why? If such a person is around, what to do? You are happy with yourself, Ishvara. Swakarmana tam abhyarcha, by your action. And how? We shall see more of it in the afternoon. It's very beautiful. Read. Sreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharma swanishtitad svabhavaniyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilvisham sahajam karma kaunteya sadoshamapi natyajed sarvarambhai doshene dhumena agnirivavruta. It's beautiful. I'll take it now for some time. Just please see. It's beautiful verses. Sreyan, please see the beauty of these verses. Sreyan swadharma viguna paradharmat su anushtitat. Swadharma vigunopi sreyan. Your own dharma, your own nature, even though it is faulty, it is a blessing for you. Do not ever try to live somebody's life. Paradharma su anushtitat. It is better to be an honest crook than to be a pretentious nobleman. Understand? It's better to be an honest angry person, honestly jealous person. Honestly jealous means honestly angry, honestly stupid means what? To be aware of our own weakness and to be ashamed of it, not proud of it. I don't know why I behave like this, I'm so stupid. And you tell everybody, boy, I'm stupid. Like think, suppose you are a person who is a little short-tempered. Think of it. Right? Because, why he is like that? Don't say, why is he like that? That is how he is. That is his swabha. Some people are like that. How the person will change? If the person is honest, he will change. Person is dishonest, he will not change. Do you know why? Because if you are honest, you can deal with it. If you are dishonest, you are an angry person, but you pretend to be Vasishtha. Okay, you are a Ravana, but you pretend to be Vasishtha. Only male example, you are a Shurpanakha, you want to be Sita, pretend to be Sita. Huh? Think of it. Shurpanakha because Surpanakha. You know why his name is Surpanakha? Surpa Nakha. Nakha is what? Nail. Like a Surpa. Surpa means, kula, that winnowing basket. I mean big nail. So, Surpanakha. So, suppose, but you are a Surpanakha. You are a woman, you are cantankerous, fighter, not cock, fighter hen. Okay? So you are a fighter. But then, you pretend to be Sita. Like a person is a Ravana. But he pretends to be Rama. Then what happens? When you pretend to be Ravana, understand, when you pretend to be Rama, you cannot be Rama. Ravana also takes better, now gains more strength. Why? You are pretentious, no? Are you getting that? Suppose you are an angry person, but you pretend to be very nice, then what happens? You can never be nice because you are pretending to be nice, because you don't know what it means to be nice. But you are, please come, please sit down, but inside, so you are doing that. Then what happens? Suppose your pretentious niceness is not recognized, your anger is more or reduced. When your pretentious niceness is not recognized, your anger is multiplied. That is why don't be pretentious. You understand the beauty of the scriptures. Be honest. What is wrong? It's like you go to a doctor, and you tell him, doctor says, how is your stomach? No problem. So how is your blood pressure? It's fine. Pretending. Then what happens? Blood pressure goes away? The person is going to deal with it. Tell me honestly. Do you get any pain on your left side? Never. Oh. So, then why have you come here? To talk about my health to you. Oh, thank you. So you are healthy, go. So like that, you go to let's suppose a wise man. Instead of talking about your anger, your hatred, your jealousy, your stupidity, you try to impress him with your good behavior. Then what happens? Naturally, if to a doctor, if you say you are healthy, what type of care he takes for you? Nothing. So if you tell the wise person that you understand everything is fine. How much you shall get insight? Nothing. So, but then, in order to get the attention of the doctor, I always say I am sick. Why? Doctor is very nice. Another sickness. As they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If the doctor is beautiful, keep the apple away. They say. So be sick. So, now suppose you want the teacher and not the teaching, so then what happens? I pretend to be weak, pretend to be stupid all the time, so that, oh, you should not be like that. Now your pretentiousness is visible quickly. Then what happens? You are totally neglected. One who is looking for attention and is looking for a cure are two different people. When somebody is looking for attention, he gets kicked from all sides. When he is looking for a cure, he gets all the attention. Honest. Shreyan swadharma viguna. Vigunopi swadharma shreyan. Even if it is useless. You are an angry man, hateful, jealous, you have certain weaknesses. Feel this is you and feel ashamed. Why is it like for me? Oh God, tam abhyarchya, give it to Ishvara. Or you talk about to the people also, around friends you are living with 4 or 5 people. You talk to everybody. Say, hey, look, I am a very short-tempered man. I don't know why when I look at you, I feel jealous. When I look at this food, I feel, very attracted, man. I look at that girl, oof. When I look at that man, I feel horrible. Talk it out. Suppose you say I am a short-tempered person, then amongst the friends they will say, hey, this fellow is short-tempered, huh? Don't talk anything wrong to him. This girl doesn't like being talked nonsense. Why? She has told. Don't do this to me. Don't talk like this to me. She has told. So if you have told everybody you are short-tempered, by chance you are angry, nobody will blame you. They will blame the other fellow. You know he is short-tempered. Why are you talking to him like that? They will blame him, not you. But suppose you are behaving like Vasishta. Then you explode like a volcano. What will people say? Rakshas. Are you getting that point? You pretend, do you like that man or woman? Never. I hate him. I don't like men at all. I don't like women at all. Then, hidden somewhere inside, I don't know why everybody talks to that girl. One girl is jealous of other people. Or this, one woman talks to another man. Suppose you have already, by your own right, you are already stuck on that man. Then what will happen? Why are they talking to him? You said you are not interested in anything. Why are you feeling jealous? How do you deal with these things? Understand, how do you deal with this? Being pretentious, you cannot deal. Being honest, you can deal. Are you getting that point, please? And ultimately, what is that? Shreyan Swadharma. What is Swadharma? Atma Dharma, being with myself. Paradharma Bhayavaha. Swadharma, it will come there. Later on it will come. What is your Swadharma? Being with yourself. What is the Paradharma? Body, mind. That's a different interpretation altogether. Being with yourself. Instead of being a nice body or a nice mind, you better be with yourself. And lucky, Swadharma is not a viguna. It is not any fault, flawless. Therefore, hold on to yourself. Neglecting the body also doesn't matter. Neglecting the mind also doesn't matter. Neglecting the world also doesn't matter. You don't have to preach that to anybody. But you have taken a decision. I'm happy with myself, I don't want to do anything. Disappear into a forest. Who cares? But don't forget yourself and hold on to the body, hold on to the mind. Okay? We shall see more of it in the afternoon. It's beautiful class. Honesty. If you see that, we shall feel relieved. Abba, there is a hope. Honesty. No pretentiousness. Close your eyes.